Now, from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU 8 Sports.
Howdy, folks. The Missouri men's basketball team had a rare Sunday night home game last night. The Western Michigan Broncos came to Columbia to take on the Tigers. Frank Hayes' squad is riding a 24-game winning streak at home, the best in the country. First half, a couple of miscues for the Tigers. They committed 14 turnovers, in the meantime shooting 50% from the field. Kept the Broncos in this one. Pick this up 2 minutes left in the first half. Jabari Brown knocks down the three-pointer. He led the way for the Tigers with 15 points and now is fourth in the SEC in scoring. Later on, midway through the second, the Tigers were only up by 2 until Wes Clark comes up big there, dropping buckets from three-point land. Sparked a 9-0 Tigers run. Later on, Western Michigan pulling back, but the Tigers set a couple of screens, opened up Jordan Clarkson for the three. Missouri pulls it out 66-60 and remains the only undefeated team in the SEC. Coach Hayes says that was another big game for his guards.
Wes is in charge, and in late clock, we want the ball in Jordan's hands if we get down to late clock. So that's pretty much how we've executed thus far. Wes is only going to get better and better and better. Now, he struggled in the first half. They had those turnovers, 4 or 5 turnovers, and then he finished the game making really big plays in a tight ball game. That tells you a little bit about his toughness and his mental focus and his competitive spirit. All those things are things that we can utilize and help us win basketball games.
The Missouri Tiger football team will start practicing today in preparation for the 2014 Cotton Bowl. The number 8 Tigers will take on the number 13 Oklahoma State Cowboys at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tough to tell if it will be a Big 12-style shootout or a defensive struggle. Missouri averages 40 points in a game, while Oklahoma State averages 39 points a game. Meanwhile, Oklahoma State's defense ranked 11th in the country this year in yards allowed per game, and Missouri's defense did not give up more than 28 points until the Tigers met up with the Auburn Tigers in the SEC Championship. Staying on the gridiron, the Kansas City Chiefs entered their game against the Oakland Raiders yesterday with the ability to clinch a playoff spot if they prevailed victorious. Jamal Charles having a great 2013 campaign. Start things off, the first play of scrimmage for the Chiefs goes to Jamal Charles, and you know what's new? He's going to take it all the way down the sidelines to the house. Puts the Kansas City Chiefs up 7-0. He scored 3 touchdowns off screens. Get this, in the first half alone. Later in the first quarter, Kansas City's Eric Berry picks off the pass, takes it all the way back. Chiefs force 6 turnovers, and they now lead the NFL with a +20 turnover differential. And the Raiders came back and were actually down by 4 late in the third, but Jamal Charles sealing the deal, scores on a 71-yard pass, finished with 5 touchdowns, 1 shy of tying Gale Sayers' NFL single game record of 6 touchdowns. Chiefs win 56-31. Just the 4th team to make the playoffs in NFL history after losing 14 games the previous season. And the 5-8 Rams played the New Orleans Saints yesterday at home, and the Rams are out of playoff contention, but they made a bold statement against the Saints, a team who's still fighting for a first-round bye. After a Drew Brees interception, St. Louis Clemens throws a 31-yard touchdown pass to Corey Harkey. Harkey breaks a few tackles and only had 7 receptions coming into this game. It's 7-0 now in this one. Later in the first quarter, Drew Brees goes to the end zone, triple coverage, not going to work in his favor. Rams pick that one off, and the Rams actually forced 2 interceptions on the Saints' first 2 drives of the game. Later in the first half, Zach Stacy scores on a 40-yard touchdown run. He set a franchise record for most rushing yards by halftime with 106. That leads a group that includes guys like Eric Dickerson and Steven Jackson. The Rams led 24-3 at halftime, and the St. Louis Rams improved to 6-8, and so there's still hope that they'll have their first non-losing season since 2006. That's all, folks.